Good evening, Alice. Good evening, Alice. Hello. Hello, Alice. You can hear me? Okay, I will show you the screen. And would you like to?
Yeah, Enid. Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good evening. So sorry.
I suppose I forgot the time. Yeah, okay. Please, and hopefully you have had a nice time today. And would you like to do the prayer?
Yes, my honor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's sit upright, press our palms together, and concentrate on the prayer below. We take refuge with our kind mentor, Benny. We take refuge with Shakyamuni Buddha. We take refuge with all the triple jewel of the 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. Verse for opening a sutra. The unsurpassed, profound, and wonderful Dharma in hundreds of millions of years is difficult to encounter. We now see and hear it, receive and uphold it. And we vow to fathom the Tathagata's true meaning, and we vow to practice the Tathagata's true way, and we vow to attain the Tathagata's true state. We vow that we can spontaneously express the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit virtue, Buddha's capability, and Buddha's state through our action, speech, and thoughts. We also vow that all the living beings can enter into the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability, and Buddha's state owing to us.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much for your prayer. And you remember well, have we stopped yesterday, last night here?
Sorry, yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
No worries about it. And you can, begin with here, okay?
Yes.
Begin with here in the Vedic teachings. You know Vedic?
No, I don't know what's the meaning
Faithful,
of
are you faithful? You heard it?
吠陀它是印度的那个古经典吠陀，阿育吠陀是吧？
you're right. Yeah, faithful, Vedic teachings. Yes, you please begin. We can begin here.
Okay. In the Vedic teachings, the divine unity is represented by 2 fundamental forces, Shiva and Shakti. The names and faces of the various gods change throughout history, but the fundamental attributes remain. What is born out of this union is a new divine consciousness, a new way of being in the world. 2 polarities is inseparably one. A universal energy that is without a center, free of limitation. It is a pure love. There is nothing to be gained or lost because it is utterly empty but absolutely full.
Yes, interesting, right? The description is really interesting. So how about the sound effect? Is there any echo?
Yeah, just not yet. You can speak. Yeah, I don't notice now. I just
Wow, so good, so good. Maybe something has been changed. Okay, good. So
it's
I will
better.
yeah, I will continue. Whether it is the mystery school of Mesopotamia, the spiritual traditions of the Babylonians and Assyrians, religions of ancient Egypt, Nubian and Kemetic cultures of ancient Africa, the shamanic and native traditions and traditions around the world, the mysticism of ancient Greece and the gnostics and the gnostics, the non-dualistics, the Buddhists, the Taoists, the Jewish, Zoro, Zoroastrians, Jains, Muslims, or Christians, one finds that their common link is the highest spiritual insights have allowed their adherents to realize Samadhi. Okay, go ahead. Adherents, you know adherents?
I'm sorry, I forget this word. I forgot the
It's
meaning.
very interesting. I think, yeah, this expression is brilliant. It's amazing. We can check it together. It means 追随者. Yeah, in my mind, I think it is. Let's check it together. Adherent. You can see?
Yes, yes.
And it means, yeah, you would like to follow him, follow the saint, the Holy One, all the time. And yeah, it means adherence. Yeah, you can check it in this. And found the common link in the highest spiritual insights have allowed their adherents to realize Samadhi. Yes, so adherent is to describe a group of people. Okay. So hello, Aline. Welcome you back. You go ahead. Okay.
Okay,
This
Yes.
one.
yeah. The actual word samadhi means something like to realize the sameness or oneness in all things. It means union. It is uniting all aspects of yourself. But do not mistake intellectual understanding for the actual realization of samadhi. It is your stillness, your emptiness that unites all levels of the spiral of life. It is through the ancient teaching of Samadhi that humanity can begin to understand the common source of all religions and come into alignment once again with the spiral of life, Great Spirit, Dharma, or the door.
On the dot. Yes. Yes. Your time, please. Hello. What can you virtue reference virtue? Okay. Your time, Alice.
Hello.
Yeah, Alice. Your time to read it. Go ahead.
Okay. The spiral is a bridge that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm, from your DNA to the inner nodes of energy that extends through the chakras to the spiral arms of galaxies. Every level of soul is expressed through the spiral as ever-evolving branches. living, exploring. True Samadhi is realizing the emptiness of all levels of self, all paths of the soul. The spiral is the endless play of duality and the cycle of life and death. At times, we forget our connection to the source. The lens we look through is very small, and we identify with being a limited creature creeping upon the earth, only to once again complete the journey back to the source, to the center that is everywhere. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Enid, sorry, we can't hear you. I just finished my reading.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't turn on the mic. Yeah, sorry about that. Zhuangzi said, when there is no separation, no more separation between this and that, it is called the still point of the Tao. At this still point, in the center of the spiral one can see the infinite in all things. The ancient mantra Om Mani Padme Hum and Om Mani Padme Hum has a poetic meaning. One awakens or realizes the jewel within the lotus. Your true nature awakens within the soul, within the world as the world. Use the hermetic principle, as above, so below, as below, so above. We can use analogies to begin to understand the relationship between mind and stillness, relative and absolute. So that's it, and your time. Yeah, Ali, you please go ahead.
Okay. A way to begin to grasp the non-conceptual nature of Samadhi is to use analogy of the black hole. A black hole is traditionally described as a region of space with a massive gravitational field so powerful that no light or matter can escape. New theories postulate that all objects from the tiniest macroscopic particles to macrocosmic formations like galaxies have a black hole or mysterious singularity at their center. Sorry, I haven't checked the words. In this analogy, we are going to use this new definition of black hole at the center that is everywhere, and then there are many points and coordinates that bring us face to face with the gateless gate. One must pass the gateless gate to realize the Samadhi.
Perfect. Yes, thank you. So how about you, Virtue? Is it convenient for you to get a mic to go ahead? Hello, Virtue is still with us. Maybe she's in here. Yeah, okay. At least you go ahead, please. I will do it for you.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I will. How to? Sorry. Mhm. Yeah, here it is. When my past the girl is get to realize Samadhi. Yes, you please.
Okay. An event called reason or horizon, I'm not sure.
Horizon. Horizon. I think
Horizon.
horizon. Yeah.
Horizon.
So many new words for us, right? I think we can check it one by one someday later. Horizon. Sorry, I made a mistake. Horizon.
Horizon, 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 horizon.
It means you can see. Okay, horizon. Horizon. You please.
Okay. An event horizon is boundary. Yeah. Boundary or boundary in space-time beyond which events cannot affect an outside observer, which means that whatever is happening beyond the event horizon is unknowable to you. You could say that the event horizon of a black hole is analogous to the gateless gate. It is the
Analogous. I think it's analogous, right? In the Oyster
analogous.
level. Yes, Oyster's future. Let's check it together. No worries about that. Good, yes.
Analogous,
Analogous. You can try it again.
Yeah, analogous. Analogous. Okay. Is analogous. Analogous to the gateless gate. It is the threshold between the self and no self. There is no me that passes the event horizon. In the center of a black hole is the one-dimensional singularity containing the mass of billions of suns in an unimaginable small space, effectively an infinite mass. Literally, a universe is something infinity smaller than a grain of sand. The singularity is something unfathomable beyond time and space. According to physics, movement is impossible. The existence of things is impossible.
Yes, thank you so much. Your time, please. My time. Okay. Whatever it is, it does not belong to the world of perception, yet it cannot be described as merely stillness. It is beyond stillness and movement. When you realize the century that is everywhere and nowhere, duality breaks down. Form and emptiness, time and the timeless. One could call it a dynamic stillness or a pregnant emptiness. Within the center of absolute darkness, the Taoist teacher Lao Tzu said, darkness within darkness, the gateway to all understanding. The writer and the comparative mythologists Joseph Campbell describe a recurring symbol, part of a perennial philosophy, which he calls the Axis Mundi, the central point or the highest mountain, the pole around which all revolves, the point, where stillness and movement are together. from this center, a mighty flowering tree is realized. So that's it. You please go ahead.
Yeah.
Aline, a Bodhi
Yeah.
tree.
A Bodhi tree that joins all worlds, just as the sun gets sucked into a black hole. When you approach the great reality, your life starts to revolve around it, and you begin to disappear. As you approach the immanent self, it can be terrifying to the ego structure. The guardians of the gate are there to test those on their journey. One must be willing to face one's greatest fears and at the same time accept one's inherent power to bring light to the unconscious terrors and the hidden beauty within. If your mind is not moved, if there is no self-reacting, then all phenomena produced by the unconscious arises and passes away. This is the point in the spiritual journey where faith is most needed. Okay.
All right, yeah, perfect. Well, faith is most needed. Okay, Alice, you please. What do you mean by faith?
Okay,
Yeah,
what do we mean by faith? Faith is not the same as belief. Belief is accepting something on the level of mind to bring comfort and assurance. Belief is the mind's way of labeling or controlling experience. Faith is actually the opposite. Faith is staying in the place of complete not knowing, accepting whatever arises from the unconscious. Faith is surrendering to the pull of the singularity, to the dissolving or dismantling of the self in order to pass the gateless gate. The evolution and structure of a galaxy is closely tied to the scale of its black hole, just as your evolution is tied to the presence of the immanent self, the singularity that is your true nature.
yes, perfect. Singularity. We cannot see the black hole, but we can know about it by the way things move around it, by how it interacts with the physical reality. In the same way, we cannot see our true nature. The immanent self is not a thing, but we can observe enlightened actions. As the Zen master Suzuki said, there are, strictly speaking, no enlightened people. There is only enlightened activity. We can't see it, just as the eyes cannot see itself. We can't see it because it is that by which seeing is possible. Like the black hole, Samadhi is not nothingness, and neither is it a thing. It is the collapse of the duality of sin and non-sin. There is no gate to enter the great reality, but there are infinite paths. Okay, Ali, please, infinite paths. Hi, Alice. Sorry, Aline, you still here?
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Open close the mic. Okay. The past, the Dhammas, are like an endless spiral with no beginning and no end. No one can pass the gateless gate. No one's mind has never figured out how the none ever will. No one can pass the gateless gate, so be no one. Samadhi is a pathless path, the golden key. It is the end of our identification with the self-structures that separate our inner and outer worlds. There are many developmental models which describe the layers or levels of the self-structure. We will use an example which is very ancient. In the Upanishads, the shells, which cover the almond or soul, are called koshanas. Each kosha is like a mirror, a layer of the self-structure, a veil or level of Maya which distracts us from realizing our true nature if we are identified with it.
Yes, as we identified with it. Okay, yes, Alice, you please.
Okay.
Most people,
Most people say see the reflections and believe that that is who they are. One mirror reflects the animal layer, the physical body. Another mirror reflects your mind, your thoughts, your instincts, and perceptions. Another, your inner energy or prana, which you can observe when you turn inward. Another mirror reflects on the level of the imaginal, which is the higher mind or wisdom layer. And there are layers of transcendental or non-dual bliss that are experienced as one approaches Samadhi. There are potentially countless mirrors or aspects of self that one can differentiate, and they are constantly changing.
perfect. Yeah, most people have yet to discover the pranic higher mind and non-dual bliss layers that don't even know they exist. Those layers are informing your life, but you do not see them. The hidden mirrors actually inform our lives more than the ones that are visible. The unseen, because for most people, they are not fully illuminated by consciousness. Like Indians' night of jewels, the mirrors all reflect each other, and the reflections reflect every other reflection infinitely. A change on one level simultaneously affects all levels. Some of these mirrors may be left in the shadows, unless we are fortunate enough to have a competent guide to help us shine light upon them. Okay, Aline, you please. The truth.
The truth is we don't know what we don't know. Now imagine that you shatter all the mirrors. There's nothing reflecting you back to yourself. Where are you? When the mind becomes still, the mirrors cease to reflect. There is no subject and object. but do not mistake the primordial state for nothingness or oblivion. The immanent self is not something, but neither is it nothing. The source is not a thing. It is emptiness or stillness itself. It is an emptiness that is the source of all things. Form is realized as exactly emptiness. Emptiness is realized as exactly form. The source is the great womb of creation, pregnant with all possibilities.
Yes. Thank you so much. And your time, Alice.
Okay. Samadhi is the awakening of impersonal consciousness. The embryo. Okay. Sorry. Where is it? Samadhi is the awakening of impersonal consciousness. Just as when you are having a dream, upon awakening, you realize that everything in the dream was just in your mind. Upon realizing Samadhi, it is realized that everything in this world is happening within levels upon levels of energy and consciousness. It is all mirrors within mirrors, dreams within dreams. The you that you think you are is both the dream and the dreamer. Whatever we see in this film, let it go. Don't capture it with the mind. The soul is dreaming, dreaming the dream of you. The dream is everything that is changing, but it is possible to realize the changiness. The realization cannot be understood with the limited individual mind.
Okay, perfect. So when we return from the couple samadhi, the mirrors begin to reflect again, and it is realized that the world you now think you're living in is actually you, not a limited you, which is only a temporary reflection. Then if you are, but you are aware of your true nature as the source of all that is, the dawning of a higher wisdom, the embryo prajna or gnosis is what is born out of samadhi. According to the book of Job, karma or the wisdom comes from nothingness. The point of wisdom is both infinitely small and yet encompasses the whole of being, but it remains comprehensible until it has given shape and form in the palace of mirrors called Binash. The verb carved out by higher wisdom, which gives shape to the embryonic spirit of God. Okay, you please, Aline.
Okay. The existence of the mirrors of the mind's existence is not a problem. On the contrary, the error or aberration of human perception is that we identify ourselves with it. This illusion that we are the limited self is Maya. The yogic teachings say that to realize Samadhi, One must observe the meditation object until it disappears, until you disappear into it or it into you. Although the language in the various traditions is similar at the root, they all point towards a cessation of self-identification, the self-centered activity. The Buddha always taught in negative terms. He taught to investigate directly into the working of the self-structure. He didn't say what Samadhi was worth, except that it was the end of suffering. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Vedanta, Vedanta. I don't know what is it. Okay, yes, you please, Alice.
Yeah, okay. In Advaita Vedanta, there is a term neti, which means not this, not that. People on the path to self-realization inquire into their true nature or the nature of Brahman by first discovering what they are not. Similarly, in Christianity, I'm not sure, Saint Teresa of Avila described an approach to prayer based on the negative path or via negative, a prayer of quiet, surrender, and union, which is the only way to approach the absolute. Through this gradual process of stripping away, one drops anything that is not permanent, anything that is changing. The mind, the ego construct, and all phenomena, including the hidden layers of self. The unconscious must become transparent in order to reflect the one source. If there is some deep longing or some self-operating in the unconscious, then our lives remain locked into a labyrinth of hidden patterns that comprise the undiscovered self.
Perfect. Yeah, when all the layers of the self are revealed as empty, then one becomes free from the self, free from all concepts. A turning point in your evolution is when you realize you don't know who you are, who experiences the breath, who experiences the taste, who experiences the chant, the ritual, the dance, the mountain. Witness the witness, observe the observer. At first, when you observe the observer, you will only see the false self. But if you are persistent, it will give way. Inquire directly into who or what experiences, and blankly, piercingly, penetratingly, with the full force of your being. So you can see we also use all the adverbs together, and it highlights something. And blankly, piercingly, penetratingly, with the full force of your being. There is no safe. I think it's not a paragraph, right? I'm not sure. Yes, you please. Aline, you please. I think it's a new paragraph. There is no safe. Yes, you please.
Okay. There is no self that awakens. there is no you that awakens. What you are awakening from is the illusion of the self of the separate self, from the dream of a limited you. To talk about it is meaningless. There must be an actual cessation of the self to realize directly what it is. And once it is realized, there is nothing that can be said about it. As soon as you say something, you are back in the mind. I have already said too much. We normally have 3 states of consciousness: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. Samadhi is sometimes referred to as the 4th state, the ground state of consciousness.
Okay, perfect. And your time.
Yeah. A primordial awakeness that can become present continuously and in parallel with the other consciousness states. In Vedanta, this is called Turiya. Other terms for Turiya are Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness, Buddha nature, or Sahaja Samadhi. In Sahaja Samadhi, the immanent self stays present along with the 4 U's of all human functions. The stillness is unmoving at the center of the spiral of changing phenomena. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, and energy revolve around it at the circumference, but the degree of stillness or I amness remains during outer activity, exactly as in meditation. It is possible that the immanent self will remain present even during deep sleep, that your awareness of I am does not come and go, even as the states of consciousness change.
Perfect. Yeah, much better. Yes. This is the yogic. This is the yogic sleep in the Song of Songs or the Song of Solomon from the Hebrew Bible or the Old Testament. It reads, I sleep, but my heart awakened. This realization of the eternal impersonal consciousness is reflected in the words of Christ when he said, before Abraham was, I am. One consciousness that shines through countless faces, countless forms. At first, it's like a fragile flame born out of the polarities within you. A Muslim penetrating and opening of female energy. It is delicate and easily lost, and one must take great care to protect it and keep it alive until it is mature. Samadhi is simultaneously a timeless state of consciousness and a stage in an unfolding development process. Something organic and growing in time. As one spends more and more time in Samadhi, in the now, in the timeless, one takes more and more direction from the heart the soul or alma and the consciousness conditioned structure. Okay, perfect. Your time, please, Alim.
Okay. This is how one becomes free of the lower mind, free of pathological thinking. The inner wiring changes. Energy no longer flows unconsciously in the old conditioned structures, which is another way of seeing. One is no longer identified with the self-structure, with the outer world of form. To realize the Samadhi requires an effort so great that it becomes a total surrender of oneself, and a surrender so encompassing that it is a complete effort of one's being, all of one's energy. It is a balance of effort.
那 Enid is Enid 老师掉线，
Yes.
估计是不是今天晚上就学到这里了？昨天晚上好像差不多也是这个时候。
是。
哎，郑师傅，那个还有德法师傅，印尼的老师发短信了，你看到了吗？在群里，他说今天晚上是不是我们就在这里就学习到这里？你看一下。
是，好。OK，
行，
那我们明
好
天见，恭送方老师，恭送德法师。
恭送郑师傅，恭送德法师。哎，德法师，
师傅，
现
您好，老师。
德法师你好，现在那个印尼的老师就是想让你拿麦，不知道你是没听见还是正好碰巧不在。
哦，正好掉线，然后网络很卡。
哦，那好不巧。然后因为你来了嘛，来了之后后来讲了一下，后来读完之后，那个印尼的老师说要德法师说你想不想读啊沙漠第二，正好没有听到你的回音，然后我们就继续往下读了。
是，不好意思。
哎呀，欢迎您多多的来参与，带动我们。
谢谢老师。
好，谢谢德法师，好，谢谢郑师傅，那我们今天晚上就到这里了。
好的，恭送方老师，还有
好
恭送德
的，
法师。
恭送郑
谢谢你，
师傅，恭送老师。
恭送郑师
拜拜
傅，恭送德法师，拜拜。
拜。